Morning all, Monday 27th of October. I've just done the filter clean on the main pond. Well, half the clean and the full clean on the grow one. What I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and move this sieve out about 60 to 70 centimeters backwards, and let's just see how we go. I haven't got the barrel yet, but I think if I can move this back ready, we might be in a better position. So I'll come back to you as and when I get something done. It looks like it's going to rain, so I'm gonna get moving. Just as I'm doing the stand, nearly complete. Absolutely chucking it down with rain, so this won't get finished today now. Right, so the sun has come out, which is nice. I'm back at it. I've now got 60 centimeters room to play with down here. That's all I can get, so that's why I've got a 150 litre barrel, not 200 like those, because I just can't get them in. Nightmare this has been, honestly. I'm just level there, and I walk round the other side. It's one of those jobs where I wish I hadn't started or even thought about doing, because it has been an absolute nightmare. So I've dug down the stones probably 3 inches just to try and put the blocks down, and then raise it up with bricks to make it level with that base on that side. So it's level now, and I'll still have room to open the valve on that side. So yeah, I'm hoping that doing this, the water flow out of the sieve will be enough to fill up that barrel and push it out without it overflowing. But doing it this way, I don't have to change anything of my sieve. If it fails, I can slide the sieve back to where it was. I will have to chop that end off and extend it out, obviously, to here, and I'll have to chop it off right on the tee and put a new one to make that level, to bring it all the way out. But that's alright, because like I said, if it fails, I can put it back. So what I'm going to do now, because it's just an absolute bomb site where I've been messing around with different bits of wood, bricks, blocks, trying to get it as level and best looking as I can. So I'm going to put all this away and probably do the rest tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to finish it now, because I haven't even had lunch yet, and it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. So I'm going to have a tidy up, put it back together as it is for today, go and buy some 1-inch pipe tomorrow and some connectors, and then I'll probably set it up like this, run it for a week or so, or until I get the blue barrel, and make sure this is okay, because obviously the flow will be going. It hasn't changed at the minute. It shouldn't. The level is all the same as what it was before, but I want to make sure that with the extended pipe work going that way, it shouldn't overflow. But I don't know, I have to wait and see. So I'll come back to you tomorrow as and when I do something else. Right, I've just finished my tidy up after today's events. The platform's done, so next time I move this stuff out, I've just got to slide that back, and then I can make the the little platform for the blue barrel that will be going in there, which hopefully will just be 3 or 4 of the building blocks. I've had to take that slab up over there, which was next to this one, because I just couldn't get it level with that slab. So what I'm going to do with that slab is, when the water butt's empty, I think I'm going to pull this piece of wood out, because that will rot eventually, and I'll just put the slab underneath there, so it's not wasted. And I may go out and get the 1.5 inch pipe tomorrow, and a couple of adapters, so I can just extend the returns, and I'll try it with just the barrel, just with the sieve filter in place, so it'll be there and the pipe work will just be going straight out. Yeah, so until I buy the blue barrel and some uni seals, I can't do too much more, but that's a big step in the right direction to completing the project. Just took ages trying to get it level and stuff, and it's just a friggin' nightmare. I kind of wish throughout I hadn't started it, to be honest. Yeah, so I'll come back to you as and when I do something else, but I think before I put the barrel in place, I'll make the adjustments to the top, extend the pipework out, move the sieve to there, and then I'll test it before I put the barrel in place. So I'll come back to you soon. Morning all, just gone 9 o'clock in the morning. Been out and picked up the pipework. We've got blue skies and the sun shining this morning, so I'm gonna crack on with just moving the sieve back. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a leak overnight. It's coming from the return going back into the pond from the sieve, so hopefully that'll be a nice easy fix. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I did notice yesterday that the sieve at the moment ain't level, and I've got a funny feeling that when they laid the floor, the concrete floor, there was a problem in this corner. There was too much water in it, and yeah, it had a bit of a dip, and I got a funny feeling that's why it's not level. And but yesterday when I did this, I leveled this all up, and it was like bang on to the rear blocks. So yeah, let's get this taken apart. I'll put you on a time lapse, and I'll come back to you once I've got it fitted. I don't know if the footage will be too good with the time lapse, but it'll be something better than nothing, I guess. So I'll come back to you once I've got it finished. Right, the sieve tower's been running for about 40 minutes now. I've not had any issues, no flow rate issues and no leaks, which is just what you want. These returns here are only just pushed on because obviously that's going to change. Down there is the space for the next barrel. I've moved it over a little, I've moved it back as far as I can go. I'm going to measure it up again just to make sure I can't get a 200 litre barrel in there like that, but I don't think I will. I think it's just too tight. I've just trimmed up the lid on the box so that sits on there as it should. I may put a pipe clamp just over that there, stop it moving in the future. However, you probably saw me earlier, I was messing around with one of these. This is a 1/2 inch one, it's a different size, but basically I could detach a pipe and I want to put one up here like that so I can remove that as and when I want, because these are now solvent welded in. This one, I don't know if you can see, but it's actually reduced, the pipe internal diameter is reduced, and there's 2 companies that sell these here, and one of them's like that and the other one is identical internal diameter piping. So if this was the correct size I wouldn't have used it anyway, so I need to get a new one of those. So yeah, that went relatively smooth, to be honest. I wish yesterday had gone just like that. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't see any problems at the minute. There's a run in the inlet from there, as you can see. It's not level, but that is done on purpose so the water goes down quicker. The returns here have a very minor run, which is fine. It has, like I said, it hasn't overflowed or anything. So yeah, the leak that I said earlier about, I think what it was, when I pushed the sieve back in yesterday, I just didn't push it up against the wall tight enough. Excuse me. I think it was just the outlets in the pond were just a bit too close, so they were, when it was backsplashing down. But the flow rate, I don't know if you can see, it's either the same or maybe a tad better, because the run that's actually on it now is a bit better than what it was before. So yeah, that's that part of the job done. The weather is about to turn, blue skies have gone, we're back to clouds again. So I finished on time really, got the washing in as well before that got drenched. So I'll keep an eye on it for a couple of days. I'm going to measure that floor up and then I'll come back to you as and when I do the next part of the build. Thanks very much. Afternoon all, it's Thursday 30th of October and they've had their filter clean today, so that's all nice and freshened up for them. I've been out after and I've bought the barrel. I bought it from the main shop because online it only worked out to be about 50 pence cheaper, so I had to go to the shop anyway to pick up other supplies like the valve and the hydro seals. So we've got 2 for the inlet, 1 for the drain and 1 for the return, which is a 2 inch, and just some other bits because I'm going to send the water straight down in this one. I want it to go down to the bottom and then just to have any dirties go straight down. I've run into an issue why I can't put this together tomorrow now. I showed you one of these earlier in the week where the internal diameter was different. I actually found one in my garage, brand new, for the sieve. So I've put that on this morning whilst doing the filter clean, which is brilliant. Unfortunately, 2 of the major home supply shops here do not sell 1.5 inch connectors, so I've had to order them online. I've got to wait now, so they'll probably be here Sunday. I'm going out for lunch on Monday, so I won't have time to do it, so it will probably be finished on Tuesday. I may start it tomorrow, just drill all the holes and whatnot and get that done and dusted. This morning I woke up, come out, feed the koi like I normally do, 7:05. Unfortunately I've had one of my koi jump out from the grow on, and he was already dead by the time I come out, and it was just too late. He was just down here. So this tank's looking a bit more empty now, and I actually rehomed 3 on Sunday, so that's four in less than a week. So I checked all the water parameters this morning and everything was absolutely fine. Nothing, so I don't know, just decided to go for a jump, I guess. Those things happen, so I'll come back to you when I start doing this. I'll probably put it on a time lapse again for you just to show you a bit more footage, but just 4 holes to be drilled in this and a bit of pipe work, and hopefully it'll be set up, so I'll come back to you soon. Right then guys, I've run into a problem. I've probably been trying to fix this for about an hour and a half now, and I can't commit to drilling the hole. And this side there, that looks alright, that I could drill that uni seal, it wouldn't be a problem. But just walk round to the other side. As you can see here, it's not flat to the barrel, and I think the reason behind that is the barrel isn't wide enough to take those 2 uni seals in conjunction with how my outlets are. Nightmare, absolute nightmare I'm having. I thought this was going to be easy. This has turned into a nightmare project. So I've had an idea. I'll show you my outlines as well on this barrel. Actually, I'll show you that in a minute. I've had an idea what I might be able to do to fix this. Instead of having 2 1.5 inch outlets, I could put a 2 inch outlet there and run 1 pipe. I can cap these 2 off, that's not a problem. I'll just put caps there. 1 would be a lot easier than 2. Let me just bring this barrel round so I've got some space to show you. Right, so it's a little bit difficult to make out, but this one here, this side, it appears to be a tad higher than this one, and it is just causing me nothing but issues trying to get that lined up. Yeah, like I spent ages on this trying to work it out, and I just don't want to commit to drilling it. This corner here, that base is not, the floor isn't level. My work there now is level, so it'll be level to the sieve as well, but the actual floor itself and that corner is out, which don't really affect my problem here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the shop, get another 2-inch, two 2-inch uni seals, I think. No, it's not one. I need one. Yeah, I don't really think this, but this ain't an easy project. Morning all, Saturday morning, about 8:30, and just drilled the uni seal into the middle there for the 2-inch. So this was like originally up here for the outlets, because this controlled my water height, and I've just capped these off in here just so nothing, any waste or anything can stay in there. And then when all is well, hopefully later on, I'll cut these off and put caps here as well. But I want to leave these here for the moment just to make sure we've got no problems. So I'm going to get this put back in place, and I'm going to put the drum back in place, and then I can put the pipe in, 2-inch pipe straight to the blue barrel, and drill that one. So I'll come back to you once I've got that bit done. Right, I've just finished up the majority of the pipe work. This piece here will be the removable nut, and in here got the drain, the outlet. This is a 3-inch. I can just change the height level depending, so I might take that off. We'll wait and see in a minute. Got the inlet there. I'll put another piece of pipe going straight down, and I've got the drain off just there. So I need to get a T-piece to go into the other drain. I don't have that bit, so I can pick that up later. In here was the oyster shells, but I'm going to leave those out because I've bought a load of new media for that, but it'll be here in a couple of weeks time, I think. I need to get another 2-inch adapter there just to put in the corner, because I'll use that there, because trying to thread that through, I got it through by about 1 inch, and it was just, wow, I got blistered all in my hands and that, so they were tight. So I decided to cut it today, because that will be a join anyway, but it's just a nightmare threading that through. So I've done that, so if it leaks in a minute, that's where it's going to leak from. So yeah, let's put this back together and let's see what disasters we come up with. But no, let's have a bit of positivity and say it's all going to be good. Right, whoever guessed it was going to leak on that joint, you guessed right. So I've had to go out to the shop and get more solvent welding glue, because obviously I ran out, didn't have enough. Typical. So that's what the flow rate is coming in at the moment. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Just put that back on there for now. And just as I got back from picking up the solvent glue, the postman turned up with my 1.5-inch joiners, which are no longer being used. This one, the internal, is a little bit off again, but I managed to cancel the order for the second batch that I bought, which was handy, but I think the other ones would have been the correct internal diameter. But what I have done yesterday, I ordered a 2-inch one of these for there, so I can cut that off. I've got enough pipe work so I can cut it off and replace it with one of these, so it's detachable, because it definitely needs to be, because that's a right pain sorting that out. So yeah, I will come back to you in a minute once it starts going over, because I'll need to turn off the water in a minute, because I'm still topping up, because now I've got 150 litre barrel extra, so it's probably got about 110 litres in there, I suppose, by the time it stops. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, it's about to overflow into the 3" to 2" reducer pipe. I think that water level might be a tad too high, but we will see. Haven't got any leaks at the moment, which is a bonus, but I'm going to touch some wood. I'm touching wood. Go. I think I'm going to end up putting a 90° or 45° bend on this, because it's a little, it's not too close to the side, but ideally it would have been better further over, but I'm not entirely sure why that is. I must have put it in the wrong position, but that's okay at the moment. We're just going to keep an eye on this and just see whether we get any flow issues, and if so, I will take this piece off and I can just put a 2" pipe, just raise it up a bit, because that's about 4 inches higher than it could be. So I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, I did just have an issue with the water level in the tier. I just saw it out there out of my eye, and I was looking, and here was basically flush, how it didn't overflow. So I quickly turned the flow down, pulled out this 3 to 2, so it released a load more water out of this one, and for the last 10 minutes it hasn't overflowed, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that and go from there. But that was a close one, so yeah, definitely going to keep an eye on that. And I'm going to go out later and pick up a load more oyster shells, as it is an oyster shell filter. I did buy online the other day, these were like on offer, these are like 50p each, so I bought 3, and they're like 80cm bag, like them, so they will hold the oyster shells, which I'm going to just put mine in there, which are in that bucket at the moment, and then go and pick up some more, and that will basically, because that's an 85cm barrel, so lovely. I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, so I've just finished up really on the oyster shell filter, and just keeping an eye on things at the moment really. We just had a heavy shower of rain, so just come back out just to check, see what's going on, if we've got any leaks or anything like that, and I think we are okay. I'm going to keep a close eye on it and stuff. I still want to go out later this afternoon and pick up some more oyster shells for it. I need to keep an eye on this sieve trickle filter just to make sure we're not having any overflow problems, and yeah, it's not too bad. I've just glued an extra piece of plastic sheet in there just to stop any backsplash coming through, which should take care of anything. I need to cap these off down here. They're capped on the other side, but I want to leave that as long as I can, just in case there are any issues. I can take it apart and put the sieve back how it was until I figure out the problems. So yeah, at the moment it's looking okay, so I'll run it for like this for a couple of days and just make sure we haven't got any problems. But decent sized filter system now. Bit of a mega filter going on. I've got 200, 200, 150 litre, 84 litre, 84 and a 64. So yeah, really happy with that now. Come back to you later on. All in all, Monday 3rd of November, and just done the partial clean I can normally do Monday mornings. I've just put in another 5 kilos of oyster shells in there. I picked up 20 kilos of oyster shells on Saturday evening. So what I'm doing now, so I'm just cleaning 5 kilos of oyster shells at a time. Forget how sharp they are as well. You can catch you in and cut you in the fingers. So what I'll do, because these come out of a restaurant, the restaurant had an absolute mountain of oyster shells, and they're like, yeah, just take what you want. And I could only carry, I think it was 5 bags back on the motorbike when I come back. So it's about 20 kilos. It's 5 kilos per bucket that I get in there, so that's how I work them out. And so I put them in here, I clean them, rinse them off, then I brush each one off with a hard brush, then I dip them in clean water again, and then I put 10 grams of PP in that black bucket. And last night the other 5 kilos I left overnight, but I might put them in for 4 or 5 hours today, but we'll see how we go. And then after the PP treatment I rinse them off again, and then I put them in a salt bath for a while. It was a couple of hours this morning in a salt bath, and done the full clean on the grow on this morning. Water's a bit murky because it's just had clay treatment. So yeah, I'll keep cleaning these oyster shells, and I think what I'll do is I'll put the other 10 kilos in another blue bag, because otherwise the bag's going to get too heavy and it'll be a nightmare pulling them out. So I'll come back to you later on. Alright, so I've just done another 5 kilos of the oyster shells, and this is the PP that I use. Potassium permanganate, 10 grams, so that's just put that in the garage now so I can lock that away so the dog don't get at it. I don't want a dog eating it. And just a little advice, whatever you do, don't get PP on your wife's marble kitchen tops, because they go absolutely mental and it don't come off. So don't do that. Word of advice for you, don't put PP anywhere where you don't want it to get stained. That was a bit of a whoopsie. Alright, good afternoon all. It is now Tuesday, and I've just finished cleaning up the last of the 10 kilos of the oyster shells, which are now here. They're brownish because they've been sat in PP. Over the next week to 10 days they'll go back white. They've been sat in a salt bath for 4 hours today, so I've just been doing a load of other jobs. So I am going to put them in that blue bag and put them into the new barrel. So there's just under 20 kilos in there now, very close to. Yesterday the postman turned up with my 2-inch adapter to go down here, which will be fitted probably Thursday, Friday. We'll have to wait and see. My new media for the bottom tier hasn't turned up yet. I think I've got 60 pieces of ceramic media coming, so that will go in there. I've just put some jack matting in there at the minute, and I put some of the pumice from in here. I may have to think about strengthening the underside of this stand. Each level takes 100 kilos, but I reckon we'll be getting close to that soon, so I need to put some stabilizers in there, I think, just to take a bit more of the brunt. I've ordered a curtain rail for the top part of this roof up here, and I've just got like a black shower curtain coming, because when it rains, and you've probably seen it in this video, it rains hard and there is a lot of water that ends up sitting on here, and I'm just going to put up a cheap shower curtain there to take some of the rain away, I guess. Hopefully that all works out alright. So I'm going to wrap it up there because this video is going on a bit now, and I've probably got a bit more work obviously to do to finish it off, but it is up and it is running. So thank you all very much for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one when I finish some things up. So hope you all have good weekends, and I'll catch you on the next one.